James Oxygen and Supply, from residential to industrial, a locally owned family business serving Western North Carolina since 1956.
Good evening and welcome into the WHKY News for Tuesday, March 11. I'm Ralph Mangum. The WHKY News is on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 on channel 14.2. You can also find us on the Compass, SkyBest, Vibrant, TDS, and Comporium cable systems. Online, look for us at WHKY.com and on our YouTube channel. In our top stories, a judge serving the Hickory metro area has announced his resignation. WHKY's Rob Eastwood reports.
Bryan A. Corbett has resigned his position as an Alexander and Iredell County District Court judge. This comes approximately 4 months after being re-elected to that post. According to our news partner WACB, Corbett, an Alexander Central High School graduate, submitted his resignation to Chief District Court Judge Edward Hedrick IV last week. He cited personal reasons but has not elaborated. After winning a contested Republican Party primary for a new district court judgeship in March of 2020, Corbett was unopposed in the 2020 and 2024 general elections. It will be left to the governor to appoint a temporary replacement until the next general election in 2026. Prior to being elected in 2020, Corbett was the managing partner of Harbinson, Brixey, and Corbett Attorneys at Law, LLP, with offices in Taylorsville and Statesville. So once again, Bryan A. Corbett has resigned his position as an Alexander and Iredell County District Court judge, and this occurs just 4 months after being re-elected to that position. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thank you, Rob. The Alexander County Board of Education held its regularly scheduled meeting yesterday. Approximately 24 Alexander Central High School students were recognized for their performances at the North Carolina State Beta Club conventions. Alexander Central senior Griffin Duncan was one of 2 students statewide to receive a $2,000 Hannah Leitner College scholarship from the State Beta Club. Finance Officer Sharon Mahaffey gave a budget update stating that the school system has used 64% of its budget at the 8-month mark in the school year. The overall budget for the year is $64.9 million. The overall budget will add $131,000 in state funding, with the additional money slated for yellow buses, plus a small amount allotted for classroom teachers. Following a second reading, 3 policies were approved unanimously. Those pertain to board member compensation and expenses, the responsible use of technology, and employee travel and other expense reimbursement. The board also heard first readings for additional policies that pertain to registered sex offenders and reporting to external agencies. Next month, the board will hear those policies again with feedback. That information comes to us courtesy of Dr. Danita Dowell-Revis. WHKY's Arianna Mack is next with news from law enforcement in Morganton.
The Morganton Department of Public Safety conducted multiple operations focusing on the Super 8 motel. These operations were led by the Criminal Investigations and Special Operations Divisions. Multiple individuals were arrested and cited, along with numerous drugs, guns, and paraphernalia being seized. Since September of 2024, at the Super 8 motel at 2402 South Sterling Street, officers have received numerous complaints of criminal and drug activity. Public safety officers have responded to nearly 80 calls at this location since Hurricane Helene. This motel has been accepting FEMA vouchers for temporary housing. These vouchers are set to end in May of this year, and calls at this location continue to rise. Over the course of the operation, multiple Morganton residents were arrested and charged with various drug crimes, including possession of Schedule 2 and 6 controlled substances. The following drugs were also seized: methamphetamine, fentanyl, Xanax, marijuana, cocaine, and Suboxone. 2 handguns were also seized. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY.
Thank you, Arianna. In the crime report today, a Catawba man gets prison time for attempted statutory rape, and 2 suspects are arrested for allegedly embezzling from a Lincoln County charity. In local sports today, Jason has high school baseball, softball, and soccer, plus Lenorine tennis and basketball news. And in Community Focus, Rob reports as flu-related deaths have increased this season, and Arianna has a Burke County scam warning. Very nice today with mostly sunny skies and a high in the mid to upper 70s. Another sunny day tomorrow with a high right around 80. That's right, I said 80. Partly sunny and in the mid 70s Thursday and Friday. And then there's a 50-50 chance of rain Saturday with a high around 70. Rain likely Sunday with a high in the upper 60s. A little cooler next Monday, but then we'll be back in the 70s and 60s for most of next week. The latest forecast is posted at WHKY.com anytime you need it. I'm Ralph Mangum. You're watching the WHKY News.